Start of the class today is the official start of the second half of review for taxation. Basically, yung first half natin is all about income tax. Diniscuss natin dun yung individuals, corporations, gross income deductions, and other related topics. Now, for the second half naman class, we will discuss transfer taxes, business taxes, preferential taxation, local taxation, and tuturuan ko kayo mag-fill out ng BIR forms. Okay? Now, under transfer taxes, meron tayong two types of tax. We have estate tax and we have donor's tax. Now, donor's tax muna yung unahin natin kasi mas simple yun. No? Yung estate tax actually is a bit challenging topic, so mas comprehensive yung magiging discussion natin doon. Alright? So for today class, mag-focus muna tayo sa donor's tax. Donor's tax. Okay. Now, from the term itself, donor's tax, donor, ibig sabihin class, yung tax na yan is related to a donation. And when you say donation class, basically, ang ibig sabihin lang yan, it's a gift. Regalo. Okay? So, pag nabasa mo sa mga references mo, donation or gift, magkamukha lang ibig sabihin nun. Alright? Let's have an illustration. For example, klase A, nagbigay siya ng land kay B as a gift. Okay. Now, sa illustration natin na yung class, ang tawag natin kay A, siya si donor, and si B naman, siya si donee. Okay? So, yung nagbigay, siya yung donor, naka-receive, siya yung donee. Okay? Now, class, since donor's tax yan, ibig sabihin, yung magbabayad ng donor's tax, obviously, si A, yung donor. Okay? Hindi si B. Alright? Now, class, yung donor's tax is an example of an excise tax. Do you remember class kung ano ibig sabihin ng excise tax? Actually, diniscuss natin yan sa general principles. Excise tax basically is a tax on privilege. Okay, yung privilege dito is a privilege of transferring one property from one person to another. Okay? Now, here are the key points to remember for donor's tax or donation. 3 points. First one is, the donation is must be or should be a gratuitous transfer. Gratuitous yan. Before you can say na donation siya. Sir, ano ibig sabihin ng gratuitous? Ibig sabihin, class, it's for free. Libre siya. Okay? Libre. Ibig sabihin, walang binayad si BKA, walang pinerform na service si BKA. Kasi, class, pag nagbayad si BKA, hindi siya donation. Okay? Magiging subject yung transaction na yun sa income tax. Alright? So, yeah, so that's number 1. It should be gratuitous. Number 2, okay, the donation must be made between living persons. Okay? Living persons. Ibig sabihin, class, dapat si donor and donee, buhay sila pareho. Okay? Yun nangyari yung donation. Okay? Very important yan because kapag patay si A, bago i-transfer yung land kay B, magiging subject sa estate tax naman yung class. Ganun yun. Alright? Now, actually, may Latin term tayo dito, yung between living persons. Ang Latin term natin doon is donation inter vivos. Okay? And ibig sabihin ng inter vivos, it's gift between the living. Okay? So, pag nabasa mo yung inter vivos, related sa donation yon. Sa estate naman class, sa estate tax, yung ginagamit naman ng Latin term dun is mortis causa. Alright? So, inter vivos para sa donor's tax, mortis causa para sa estate tax. So, FYI na lang. Alright. So, number 3 is the donation is subject to donor's tax. And yung donor's tax natin class, actually, it's now a flat 6% rate. Okay, 6% na siya. Actually, class, FYI, dati yan, tax table yung ginagamit. Parang sa individuals, sa donation dati, sa donor's tax, tax table. Ngayon, mas madali na, 6% na siya. And yung 6% na yung class is based on total gifts. Okay, total gifts in excess of 250,000. Okay, total gifts in excess of 250,000. No, familiar yung 250,000? Ano yung class? Yun yung nasa tax table lang sa individual. Sa alala nyo yun, 0 to 250,000, 0%. Alala nyo yan? Okay. Now, punta muna tayo sa G-sheets natin. So, open nyo yung G-sheets natin, class. Donor's tax. Mapapansin nyo dyan yung first na sentence na nakalagay dyan. The tax, donor's tax is the tax for each calendar year shall be 6%. Okay? Based on the basis of the total gifts in excess of 250,000 exempt gift made during the calendar year. Okay? So remember, yung 6% and yung 250,000. Later, i-apply natin yan sa computations natin. Okay, so class, familiar din actually yung 6% na yan. Bakit sir? Di ba yun yung capital gains tax ng 6% on real property? Okay, so parang ganun din siya. Okay? Except that, pag sa donation, pwede mong isipin na, okay, parang sale of real property, pero wala kang proceeds. So walang fair market value, walang selling price. Okay, so pareho sila ng 6%. Okay, so class, before a donation can be valid, dapat present yung elements. So ito yung requisites natin before maging taxable donation. Alright? 4 requisites. Number 1 is the capacity of the donor. Capacity of the donor. Okay, take note na nakalagay dyan, donor. Okay, capacitated daw dapat si donor. Ibig sabihin class, si donee, kahit hindi siya capacitated, okay lang. Sir, ano yung example niyan? For example, kasi donee, minor pa lang siya. Okay? Pwede pa rin siya mag-accept ng gift. Okay? Siyempre, dapat represented siya by mga guardians niya. For example, yung parents. Right? Pero si donor, dapat capacitated. Si donee, kahit hindi capacitated, pwede siya mag-accept ng donation. Alright? That's the first requisite. Second requisite is donative intent. Sir, what do you mean by donative intent? Ibig sabihin niyang class, yung donation is intentional or voluntary. Dapat hindi mo finorce dito si A, okay, si donor. Dapat hindi vitiated yung consent, walang force, walang threat, walang intimidation, okay? So dapat out of willingness, dinonate ni donor kay donee. Alright? So that's donative intent. Number 3 naman class is there must be a delivery. Okay? Delivery. Because a donation is an example of a real contract. Naalala niyo yung real contract? Meron tayong 2 types of contract kasi class. Well, sa oblicon, tama? Sa contracts. Meron tayong consensual contract, meron tayong real contract. Examples pa ng real contract, yung deposit, yung pledge. So, kailangan i-deliver mo siya before maging perfected yung transaction. Okay? Pag consensual, kahit walang delivery. And if you remember your oblicon, yung delivery na yung class, pwede siyang actual delivery or constructive delivery. O yan, alam niyo na yan from RFBT. Okay. Delivery. And number 4 is acceptance by the donee. Dapat i-accept ni donee yung donation before ma-perfect yung contract. Okay? And sir, kailan ba magiging accepted or kailan perfected yung donation? Okay? Sulat nyo to ha. Perfected when the donor, okay, knows the acceptance of the donee. Okay? So basically, nung nagkaroon na ng knowledge si donor na in-accept na ni donee. Okay? Hindi yung moment na in-accept ni donee. Hindi yun. Nung nalaman na ni donor, nung nagkaroon siya ng knowledge, okay, na in-accept na ni donee, dun perfected yung contract. Okay? So class, dapat yung 4 elements na yan, yung 4 requisites na yan, present yan before maging valid ang isang donation. Okay? Sige. Now, next is, okay, since a donation is a real contract, meron mga forms na kailangan tayong i-observe dito, class, no? Forms. Depende kung ano yung i-donate mo. Pwedeng yung property na i-donate mo is a movable property, okay? Movable, or ang ibang tawag natin yung class is personal property or immovable property. Ibang tawag natin sa immovable property is real property. Okay? Now, example ng immovable or real property, land, okay? Or let's say building and other immovables. Ngayon, class, kapag movable property yan, meron tayong threshold, no? If the amount is 5,000 or less, okay? Yung form is pwede siyang oral or written. Oral or written. Okay, tanda mo yung 5,000 pesos na threshold, ha? Okay, if 5,000 or less, oral or written. Pero pag nag-exceed na yan ng 5,000, required tayo na dapat written yung contract natin. Got it? Now, pag naman immovable, real property, any amount, okay, any amount, dapat class in public instrument. Dun sa example natin kanina, di ba si A, nagbigay ng land, okay, as gift to B. Land kasi is a real property. Dapat nakalagay yan sa isang public instrument or public document. Okay? So pag sinabing public instrument or public document, so basically class, ang ibig sabihin nun is available siya for public use. Okay? An example is a deed of donation. Sa deed of donation, ayan, public instrument yan. Nakalagay dun yung details of the property. Okay, nakalagay dun yung mga conditions, if naka-mortgage or whatever. Deed of donation yan. It's an example of public instrument. So again class, kapag personal property or movable property, meron tayong 5K na threshold, 5,000. Pag real property, any amount sa public instrument. Got it? Okay. Now, FYI class, no? Before ma-transfer ni A yung title to B. Okay, ito yung mga procedures. FYI na lang to. So, ang una mong gagawin dyan, if ikaw yan, pupunta ka muna sa assessor's office. No? Sa assessor's office, actually, sa munisipyo yan, o kaya sa provincial capital nyo. Okay? Assessor's office, pupunta ka para sa tax assessment. Titignan mo muna kung ano yung classification ng land. Iba-iba kasi classification yan. Aralin yan sa real property taxes. Meron kang residential, commercial, agricultural, and so on and so forth. Yun yung magiging basis ng real property tax. Okay? So, punta ka muna sa assessor's office para ma-compute yung real property tax. Second, bayaran mo yung real property tax and donor's tax sa treasurer's office naman yun. And then third, pag nabayaran mo na lahat ng taxes, okay, punta ka sa registry of deeds. Doon ka naman papatransfer ng title. Yun yung gagawin ni A and B para matransfer yung title ng land kay donee. Alright, so ulitin ko. Assess muna, okay, assessor's office, bayad, okay, dun sa treasurer's office, and then sa registry of deeds, dun ka magta-transfer ng title. Okay, yun yung step by step. Alright? Sige, so FYI lang yan. Now, in donor's tax class, meron din tayong concept of yung situs of taxation. Okay? Meron tayong iba-ibang classification of taxpayers for donor's tax purposes. Naalala niyo yung classification of taxpayers natin sa individuals and corporations? Doon natin malalaman kung taxable ka ba within or without the Philippines. Tama? Meron din ganun sa donor's tax. Now, pero yung classification natin class, iba siya. So, lagay natin dito, within, and then dito yung without. Okay? If you are, syempre class yung donation, applicable lang yan sa individuals. Hindi yan applicable sa, well, pinag-uusapan natin, no? Applicable yan sa individuals. Now, if you are a resident or citizen, okay? Resident or citizen, ano yan? Yan yung resident citizen, non-resident citizen, resident alien. Okay? So, if you are a resident citizen, non-resident citizen, or resident alien, or R or C, taxable ka within and without. Okay? Very different niya sa individuals. Kasi sa individuals class, maalala nyo, sa income tax, kapag resident citizen ka, yun yung taxable ka globally, within and without. Yung other classifications, puro within yun. Dito iba. Basta resident ka or citizen ka, within and without na yan. Alright? Now, if you are an NRA, non-resident alien, pwedeng NRA ETB or NRA NETB. Okay? Taxable ka lang within the Philippines. Yeah, yun yung general rules natin. Tandaan nyo to ha? Ito yung general rules natin. Ngayon, meron tayong exception dyan. Dito. Ang may exception lang si NRA. Okay? Except if with reciprocity. Okay? If with reciprocity. Ibig sabihin, may usapan tayo, may treaty tayo with other countries. Okay? If with reciprocity yan, tanda mo, sa NRA lang, hindi applicable dito yan, sa NRA lang. If with reciprocity, yung intangible properties or intangible assets, okay, intangible properties or intangible assets, hindi yan taxable within and without. Exempt yung magiging applicable lang sa intangible properties. So, ulitin ko. Okay, ulitin ko. Pag resident or citizen ka, taxable ka within and without. Okay? Pag NRA ka, taxable ka within. Yun yung general rules natin. May exception dyan. Yung exception applies only to NRA. Okay? Except if may reciprocity, may usapan tayo with another country, yung intangible properties, okay, kapag iyan yung denonate, okay, if you are an NRA, hindi siya taxable within and without. Exempt siya basically. Okay, so lagi ito, exempt. Sir, ano ba yung intangible properties? Okay, well, sa accounting, familiar tayo sa mga intangible properties. Pero for tax purposes, actually mas broader yung, for tax purposes, broader yung definition of intangible properties. Actually, pwede siyang, sa accounting na alam natin, di ba, meron tayo dyan na patent, okay? Meron tayong franchise, We have, what else? We have copyright, we have trademark. Yun yung sa alam natin sa accounting. Pero class, actually, mga financial assets, okay, most of them, financial assets, are considered intangible assets or intangible properties for taxation purposes. For example, accounts receivable is an intangible asset, okay? Bank deposit is an intangible asset. Investments in stocks and bonds, okay, intangible asset yan. Alright, so isipin nyo, yung alam natin sa accounting plus financial assets, yun yung intangible assets or intangible properties for taxation purposes. Bakit important yan? Kasi yun yung is a exception to the rule, okay? For NRA, pag may with reciprocity, yung mga yan, pag yun yung dinonate, hindi yan taxable within and without the Philippines. Okay? Ayan. Yun muna yung kalahati ng discussion natin, ng lecture. Punta muna tayo sa problem 1 para ma-apply natin yung class. Okay, problem number 1. Problem number 1 is, okay. Before we answer problem number 1, class, yung question 3, okay, i-disregard mo yung choices, okay? So before we answer problem 1, for question 3, again, disregard the choices, okay? Wala dyan yung sagot, basically, these choices. Okay, so let's answer problem number 1. Mr. X donated the following properties to various donees on December 25, 2021. Okay, so naka-list down, ang daming donation na nangyari for year 2021. Question 1, the gross gift. Okay, if Mr. X is a resident or citizen. Number 2, gross gift if Mr. X is a non-resident alien without reciprocity. And Mr. X is a non-resident alien with reciprocity. Okay, so complete natin class kung ano yung gross gift or ano yung gross donation. So pwede ko na sigurong erase to. So na-copy niyo to class, erase ko na ha. Sige. So ang gagawin natin dyan class, per item, tingnan natin yung classification, kung anong klaseng property siya, and kung within or without ba yan. Alright? First, house and lot in Taiwan. House and lot, lagay mo dyan, is a real property. Okay? Since sa Taiwan siya, lagay mo dyan without. Okay? So isa-isahin mo natin ha, without. Now, apartment house in Quezon City, okay? Apartment house is a real property and Quezon City siya, so within yan. Okay, lagay mo dyan, within. And then, car in Pasay City, it's a personal property. In Pasay City, so that's within. Car in Japan, so that's personal property, it's without. Okay? And then, savings deposit with BPI. Savings deposit or bank deposit is an intangible property. Okay? Lagay mo dyan within kasi BPI. Time deposit, that's also intangible property. Los Angeles, so that's without. Building in Spain, real property, without. Jewelries in Philippines, personal property, within. Ngayon, yung shares of stock, New York. So lahat yan, from shares of stock, accounts receivable, franchise, investment, lahat yan intangible properties. Okay? Tignan natin kung within or without. Sa New York, shares of stock, it's without. AR sa Philippines, within. AR in China, without. Franchise in Los Angeles, without. Franchise in the Philippines, within. Okay. Investment sa China, without. Investment in the Philippines, within. Alright. Sige. So, Mr. X also sold the following properties in 2021. Okay. So, later class, didiscuss ko sa inyo na if kasi may concept tayo nito eh. If the selling price, okay, if the selling price and is different from fair market value, okay, let's say yung selling price natin is lower than the fair market value. Okay, if lower than the fair market value, yung difference yung class is subject to donor's tax. Alright, subject to donor's tax yan. Now, except if ang binenta mo, real property, na subject to CGT. Okay? Mamaya i-expound ko yung class ha. I-expound ko yan. Pero for now, tanda mo, kapag nagbenta ka, okay, yung selling price, if mababa sa fair market value, yung difference ng dalawa na yan, na selling price and fair market value, subject to donor's tax yan. Except, kapag real property, subject to CGT. Kasi alam natin class, ang basis mo dito is higher between selling price and fair market value. Okay? Higher. So, yun yung exception dyan. So, ibig sabihin class, pag ang binenta mo, properties na hindi subject to CGT and or mga ordinary assets, yun, meron kang subject to donor's tax. Alright? So, tingnan natin class. Car in the Philippines, lagay mo muna within. Car sa Japan, without. Residential at Philippines, within. Residential at Japan, without. Okay, isa-isay natin. Meron tayong given na selling price and fair market value. Car Philippines, magkaiba class yung selling price sa fair market value. So yung difference niyan, 375,000 minus 250. Lagay mo yung difference niyan, 125,000. That is subject to donor's tax. Got it? Car Japan naman, okay, yung selling price natin, mas mataas naman sa fair market value. Wala tayong problema pag ganun. Kapag si selling price, mas mataas kay fair market value, wala tayong problema dyan. Okay? So, okay lang yan. Check. Walang donor's tax sa second item. Residential lot Philippines. Residential lot is a real property subject to CGT. Okay? Exception yan. Got it? Okay. Exception yan. So, walang donor's tax yan. Next one is residential lot Japan. Kung maalala mo yung discussion natin ng income tax, yung sale of real property, dapat located yan sa Philippines. Okay? Pag located sa ibang bansa, ordinary income yan. Okay? And since yung selling price is different from fair market value, mas mababa, yung difference nila, 2.1 million minus 3.5, lagay mo dyan, 1.4 million, subject to donor's tax yan. Got it? Okay. Mr. X likewise condoned receivables from a Philippine customer amounting to 400,000. So, receivable siya. That's an intangible asset or intangible property. Okay, so naklasify na natin class kung within and without, and then alin yung mga subject to donor's tax and alin yung not subject to donor's tax. So, we can now answer the questions. Question number 1. What if class, okay, si Mr. X is a resident or citizen? Pag resident or citizen, again, within and without. So, i-add lang natin lahat yan. Sige, class, tulungan nyo ako mag-compute sa lahat ng line item sa taas, computein natin. Okay, kasi lahat yan, whether within and without, taxable yan. Kasi resident or citizen si Mr. X. Okay? Sige, sabayan nyo ako mag-compute. House and lot, 4,550,000. Apartment housing QC, 10.4. Add natin yung car in Pasay, 676. Plus car in Japan, 1,170. Plus savings deposit, 65. Plus time deposit, Los Angeles, 156. Plus building in Spain, 1,760. Plus, nasa na ako? Jewelries in Philippines, 49,500. Plus shares of stock in New York, 66,000. Plus AR in the Philippines, 154. Plus AR in China, 42. Franchise in Los Angeles, 270. Okay, franchise Philippines, 144. Investment China, 224. Investment Philippines, 175. Class, nakuha nyo ba yung 19,901,500? Kung yan, same naman tayo? Okay, so, for question number 1, yung total natin dyan, class, is 19,901,500. Okay? Now, yung nasa baba naman, Mr. X also sold the following property. So, nakita natin dyan, class, yung car in the Philippines, again, yung selling price is less than the fair market value, therefore subject yan to donor's tax. Na-compute natin is 125,000. Okay, yan yung car sa Philippines. What else? Meron tayong yung residential lot na Japan. 1.4 million yung fourth line item. So, add natin yung 1.4 million. And then, yung 400,000, since si Mr. X, finorgive niya or kinundo niya yung AR, donation yun. Okay? Kasi hindi na nag-render ng service, hindi na nagbayad yung customer mo, finorgive mo siya, subject to donor's tax yun. Alright? I-expound natin yan later. So, add natin class yung 400,000. Okay, so let's compute for question number 1. Question number 1, add natin 19,901,500. We add 125,000, we add 1.4 million and 400,000. Nakuha ko dito class is 21,826,500. 21,826,500. This is the total gross gift. Okay? Answer dito to class for number 1 is letter B or boy. Actually, madali kapag resident or citizen. Kasi lahat yan, within or without, taxable yan sa Philippines. Okay? Sige. So let's go to question number 2. What if naman class? NRA without reciprocity. So, kapag without reciprocity, taxable ka lang within the Philippines. Alright? So, computein natin. Ano yung mga within dito? So, add natin class. Apartment house in Quezon City, 10.4 million. We have car in Pasay, 676. We have savings deposit with BPI, 65,000. Alright? We have jewelries in Philippines, 49.5. AR in Philippines, 154. Franchise in the Philippines, 144. And then, investment in the Philippines, 175. Nakuha mo class yung 11,663,500. Okay. Yung total natin is 11,663,500. And then, tingnan naman natin yung next. Okay, sa middle portion of the problem. Car Philippines, kasama yan kasi within. Okay, add natin yung 125,000. And then, how about class yung residential lot in Japan? Hindi, kasi without yan. So, huwag mo isasama yung 1.4 million. Yung receivable na kinondone na 400,000, sa Philippines yung customer na yan. So, it's within the Philippines. Okay, so add natin 11,663,500 plus 125,000. Plus 400,000. Answer natin dito class is 12,118,500. 12,118,500. It's letter, or 12,188,500 pala. 12,188,500. Yes, it's letter C. Okay, question number 1 is boy. 21,826,500. Question number 2 is C. 12,188,500. Let's go to question number 3. Okay, so for question number 3 naman class, this is NRA with reciprocity. Okay? Kapag with reciprocity ka, yung intangible properties natin, hindi yan taxable within and without the Philippines. Exempt from donor's tax yan. Okay, so kukumputin na natin class, since NRA yan, within lang, and then hindi natin isasama yung intangible properties. Okay, so sabayan nyo ako mag-compute. Apartment house in Quezon City, 10.4 million. Since it's a real property, kasama yan. Car in Pasay, personal property, kasama yan. So plus 676. We have yung savings deposit, hindi yan kasama kasi intangible property yan. Jewelries in Philippines, kasama yan, personal property, plus 49.5. AR in Philippines, hindi yan kasama, okay? Because it's an intangible property. Franchise, nope. Investment Philippines, hindi. So, you should get 11,125,500. Got it? Okay, so yung total natin dyan, class, is 11,125,500. Add natin yung nasa baba. Okay, so meron tayong yung car, since personal property siya, isama natin, plus 125,000. And then, yung fourth, yung residential lot Japan, hindi, outside yan. Okay, so hindi yan, or without yan, so hindi yan taxable in the Philippines. And yung AR naman class na kinondone, well, AR is a financial asset, so the intangible property, hindi yan kasama. So 11,125, add natin yung 125,000, you get 11,250,500. This is the answer for question number 3, 11,250,500. Okay. Got it? Alright. Sige. Now, yun yung question number 3. Let's go to... So class, skip mo muna yung question number 2. Yung problem 2 pala. Skip mo muna yung problem 2. Punta muna tayo sa number 3 muna tayo. Okay? Problem number 3. Mamaya na ito kasi mas mahabang computation yan. Problem number 3. Ano naman gagawin natin class if nagbayad tayo ng donation sa iba-ibang countries? So meron sa Philippines, may Japan, may Korea, may China. Okay? Actually, kung ano yung ginawa natin sa income tax, I don't know if naalala nyo pa, yung tax credits pag nagbayad tayo abroad, yun din yung i-apply natin. Okay? So unahin natin yung number 3. Requirement is compute the donor's tax still due after tax credits. Okay? So pwede ko nang erase to. So make sure nakapin nyo yung solution natin class. And ayan. Sige. Alright. Mr. X, a Filipino citizen, made the following donations to various donees for taxable year 2021. Since citizen siya, nagbayad din siya abroad. Okay? Now, meron tayong total gifts or total donations sa Philippines, Japan, Korea, and China. Classic, add nga natin lahat yan. 1,050,000 plus 1.2 million plus 750,000 plus 800,000. So, sulat mo yung total, 3.8 million. Okay? And then, meron tayong donor's tax paid. Ito yung actual na payment natin for each country. Alright? Now, compute for the donor's tax still due after tax credit. So, yung kailangan pa natin bayaran kay BIR. Okay, so, ang gagawin ko dyan, class, for number 3, we have total gifts na 3.8 million. Right? So, 3.8 million. Now, tatanggalin mo muna class yung exempt na 250,000. Alright? So, di ba nakalagay natin dyan, yung 6% is based on total gifts in excess of 250,000. Tanggalin mo natin yung 250. So, exempt natin is 250,000. So, ibig sabihin class, 3.8 million minus 250,000, you get 3,550,000. So, this is our taxable gift or taxable donation. Taxable gift, 3,550,000. Okay? And then multiply natin class by 6% times 0.06, we get 213,000. 213,000, ang tawag natin dito is donor's tax due. Alright? Ang tiyatanong sa atin is still due or yung payable. Okay? So, ibabawas natin yung credits. Ngayon kasi yung mga limits tayo dyan. Alright? So, yung limits natin, ito siya. So, yung limit A, okay, dalawa. Limit A is per country. Okay? Compute natin class on a per country basis. So, meron tayong Japan, we have Korea, and we have China. Okay? So, paano yan, sir? Ang gagawin natin dyan, class, po-prorate natin. Okay? Ang gagamitin natin na pang-prorate is the total gifts. So, nakita nyo, class, di ba may total gifts tayo? Sa Japan muna tayo. So, 1.2 million sa Japan. Yung total natin is 3.8, tama? So, 1.2 million divided by 3.8. Sundan nyo ako mag-compute, ha? 1.2 million divided by 3.8 times yung donor's tax due natin na 213,000. Okay? Times 213,000, yung limit natin for Japan is 67,263. Okay? Yung limit natin for Japan, 67,263. Okay? And then, i-compare mo yan sa actual na binayaran. Yung binayaran natin sa Japan is 60,000. Pipiliin natin whichever is lower. Nakuha niyo yung class. Ulitin ko, sir, paano nakuha yung 67,263? Kunin mo yung gross gift sa Japan or total gift, 1.2 million, divided by total na 3.8. Multiply natin by yung donor's tax due. Huwag mo kalimutan. Dito sa 213 natin i-multiply yan. Times 213, you get 67,263. Okay? And i-compare mo yan sa actual na binayad, piliin mo yung mas mababa. Okay? Again, kaya mas mababa yung pinipili natin kasi si BAR, ayaw niya ng mataas yung deductions mo. Gusto niya mababa lang para mas mataas yung collections niya. Got it? Let's do the same thing for Korea. For Korea, 750,000 divided by 3.8. Okay? Multiply natin by 213,000. You should get 42,039. 42,039 for Korea. Yung actual payment sa Korea is 30,000. So whichever is lower, piliin natin yung 30,000. Okay? And last one is China. 800 divided by 3.8. Multiply natin by 213,000. You get 44,842. 44,842. Yung actual payment in China is 40,000. So, mas mababa is 40,000. So, in this case, mas mababa lahat ng paid. Okay? Pero again, per country yung pili dyan. Ha? So, for example, si Korea, let's say, this is only 25,000. So, 25,000 yung pipiliin mo. So, whichever is lower. Add natin yung tatlo na yan, 60 plus 30, okay, plus 40. You get 130,000. Okay, so yun yung limit A. Okay, so kung may limit A, meron kang limit B. Yung second limit natin. Yung limit B natin, class, is basically worldwide computation natin. Worldwide. Okay, so yung worldwide natin, si Japan plus Korea plus China, tama, 1.2. Si Japan, si Korea 750, si China naman 800. Okay, 800 si China. Divide natin sa total gifts na 3.8 million. Multiply natin by 213,000. Okay. Ayan. So, we get, so parang inadlan natin si Japan, Korea, and China. Okay, yung pag-prorate natin. Divide by 3.8 times 213,000. Okay, let's compute 1.2 plus 750 plus 3.8. 1.2 plus 750 plus 800. Okay, plus 800 divide by 3.8 times 213,000, you get 154,145. Okay? 154,145. Ngayong class, ang comparison nito, pipiliin mo whichever is lower. Tandaan mo pag tax credits, whichever is lower lagi. Kahit anong tax pa yan. Okay? Whichever is lower. Obviously, 130,000 yun yung mas mababa. Yan yung pwede nating ipambawas dito. So, minus the tax credits na 130,000. Okay? Yung donor's tax still due or yung donor's tax payable is 213,000 minus 130,000. 213,000 minus 130, you get 83,000. Final answer, class, 83,000, letter B or boy. Okay, so ulitin ko. Kapag resident ka or citizen, magbabayad ka abroad, tama? Now, meron ka tinatawag na tax credit. Same concept as income tax kapag resident citizen ka. Per country yung comparison, whichever is lower, yun yung limit A. Limit B naman class, pag samasamahin lang natin, worldwide, okay? 1 to 750 over plus 800 divided by yung total gift. Multiply, dito mo lagi yung multiply dito nagkakamali yung mga students. Multiply mo siya dun sa due. Okay? Basically, titignan natin, alin portion dyan, anong country, how much per country yung nag-contribute sa 213,000. Parang ganun yung analysis natin dyan. And then 130, compared natin sa worldwide na 154, whichever is lower, minus natin yan, that's our answer, still due. Final answer for number 3 is letter B, 83,000. Okay, so before we proceed to our lecture, muna ulit, let's have a short break.